Hey, ya chickadees. I'm Lay Rooster, and you're in the hen house. It's time to get down with the weekly buzz for the news blog from MSF this week on Friday. So, we're going to get into that and get into some lovely MSF goodness, talk about what's been going on and what they've had to say, and how to prepare if you're in the beginner or early game or mid game, as well as those of us in the later game as well. So we can get some tailored discussion of how to best take advantage of this news. But before we do that, make sure you like this video with a thumbs up. Smash that notification bell so you get the next video that we do. We do character openings, we do playthroughs, regular things that people find interesting, as well as the weekly news blog, and those also come out in the podcast as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to beat the big level boss, which is the YouTube algorithm, and we need your subscribes to help us out. And drop comments in below about what you might want to hear about and see. And know that you can catch me on Twitch all the time, every day. I'm probably streaming right now in the evening or all throughout the day on the weekends. Anyway, let's get into it. That means it is time for the Marvel Strike Force Weekly Buzz. Buzz, 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 buzz. Oh crap, who let in all these bees? Stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop, stop, stop. And welcome back. Here we are with the buzz. All right, let's get this sucker in as full a screen as possible for us. All right, there we go. Flawless efficiency for July 9th. All right, greetings, commanders. Be sure to have a good impression this week because Fury's second in command is making an introduction and she's got the flair to swing battles in your favor. And after the not so secret meeting, blitzes to bolster your skill military and power armor teams, and flash events to help strengthen your roster. Right, we are talking about Maria Hill. All right, the new character about to be released and coming soon to our team. After a tour of duty in the United States Armed Forces, Maria Hill joined S.H.I.E.L.D., where she quickly rose through the ranks and became one of the top agents. Her aptitude caught the eye of then director Nick Fury, who appointed her deputy director and his second in command. Through the armed forces and SHIELD training, Maria Hill has become an expert markswoman and deadly in unarmed combat. She's a brilliant tactician, able to quickly coordinate attacks, personnel, and strategies on the fly. Maria Hill slots in as a support for the Secret Avengers and features high health, which boosts her ability to heal her allies via her ultimate ability. Much of her healing activates on allied block, so pairing her with characters that provide team-wide deflect, such as Captain America Sam, will amplify her effectiveness. But healing is not Maria Hill's only strength, as she also brings firepower to the battle. On top of dealing single target damage with her special ability and moderate damage to all enemies through her ultimate ability, Maria Hill can summon shield troopers for added firepower and as defense when adjacent allies are attacked. You'll find that Maria Hill, with her secret Avenger allies, excel in the skill nodes of the Doom Raids. So they're letting us know skill nodes, Doom Raids. This team is really focused on that. That's, if you're planning to work on the skill nodes and Doom Raids or eventually get there, this is a team to keep your eye on and work on. Okay, kind of made tailored to help you with those nodes. Her traits are Hero, Global, Skill, Support, Shield, and Secret Avenger. As a side note, what they said from the strike time and previous things, if you check last week's blog video as well, all Secret Avengers count as Avengers for purposes of places where you need Avengers or can use Avengers. So that gives you more people. They're not just Secret Avengers, they're also Avengers. But they are not Wave 1 Avengers, which is another place where sometimes it calls specifically for Wave 1 Avengers. So just keep that in mind and be aware. Now, instead, we normally go through this in a linear fashion, but let's skip down to the passive and work our way back up on the skill set and the kit for Maria Hill, because it makes more sense typically what happens in the basic and the special based on what's going on with the passive and the ultimate. Okay, so we're going to do that a little reversa. All right, so starting with the passive. Fury's right hand. On self and any ally block, 50% chance to heal the most injured ally by 25% of this character's max health. In raids, this always occurs. Doom raids. Right? Gain plus 40% resistance for self and all secret Avenger allies. In raids, this is increased to plus 80% resistance. That's a lot of resistance. All right. Ultimate is Shield Care Package. It's energy 3 of 5, so ready on the second turn. All right. Clear all negative effects from self and all Avenger and skill allies. So all Avengers and all skill. So that will include Kestrel. That will include Zemo, who are the people that are recommended to be on this team as well. Apply +3 deflect up to a maximum of 5 and immunity to self and all secret Avenger allies. Heal self and all skill allies by 35% of this character's max health, plus heal all non-skill allies by 20% of this character's max health. So she'll help everyone. All right, but helps more with any skill allies. Zemo, Kestrel. All right, I'm just repeating that for emphasis because that's the team. Attack all enemies for 350% damage. All right, so that's the ultimate. In the special, overwhelming firepower. Energy cost is 3 of 3, so it's ready to go on turn 1. Summon 3 shield troopers. Note for the beginning players, shield troopers are those annoying rifle-holding shield members that if you hit somebody adjacent to them, they always attack you, so they get a bunch of extra attacks when they're placed strategically. You can use them for that effect. Sometimes they're pretty deadly, especially in the Dark Dimension realm. They can be a lot more of a pain because they have a lot higher health pool than they do. There are people who have thought they needed to bring them into Dark Dimension 3 in the past because they were so tough. Don't make that mistake. But they still can be tough, especially when they're played by the AI in Dark Dimension, not by you, bringing them up and wasting resources on them. So just be aware. But drawing them in could be helpful here. So overwhelming firepower. Summons 3 shield troopers. Apply offense up, defense up, and death proof to summon shield troopers. Okay, that's going to make them stand up a little longer and stay alive long enough to shoot more. Attack primary target for 400% damage. Gain assist from all shield trooper allies. She's summoning 3. There could be another one, especially if Nick Fury's on this team. Well, not him actually, but if you have any of the other shield members there for some reason, have her with shield, and shield troopers. There's a synergy there. So apply defense down to primary target. If Sharon Carter is an ally, gain plus 500% extra focus for this attack. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. She's going to work with Sharon Carter as well. Note our opening video that just posted earlier this week, so check that out on YouTube as well about Sharon Carter. All right, and her kit is reviewed. Hers and Captain America Sam Wilson are reviewed in last week's blog post video, also found in the playlist. All right, basic, close range support. Attack primary target for 340% damage. Apply deflect to the most injured non-summoned ally. If that ally is a secret Avenger, they also gain regeneration. So that'll really help them out. There's a lot of heals. There's also regenerations for these secret Avengers. Some good stuff here. All right, let's look. So that's the big meat on there. There's a few other, we're going to go into it. Also, another thing that came out this week that I want to bring up, they emailed finally about the big raffle giveaway sweepstakes that we covered. We covered in last week's redacted information video because it had been released in the blog last week and then taken away. And so I covered it in detail in the YouTube video and podcast about that. So check out last week's video for the information about that. That has gone live as of today. So they had messed up, pulled it out, and brought it back. So you can get a detailed breakdown in that video. Be sure to get that. All right. Upcoming blitzes. Add the skill of the military and power armor upgrades to your roster with our upcoming blitzes. Out of the gate first on July 12th is the Red Room Blitz, where you can drop the hammer and sickle, on enemies to earn Yelena Belova character shards and classified data. All right. And then on July 15th, suit up for the Sonic Resonance Blitz. Dive bomb enemies in the name of rescue shards and bolster this power armor support. Okay, messages for early, mid-game, and beginner players. So Yelena Belova, that's good. It's good that we'll have them. I'm actually happy about that because that's going to give me a way to do blitzes, which I already need to do for the classified data event. The blitzes contribute towards that, at least the blitz wins do. Yelena is a character that I'm farming a little bit. I need her for the event that they have that comes out. The one it's actually coming up. We'll be talking about it a little bit later, where you need the skilletary team and all that. So it'll be good to get those and participate. I don't know how excited people will be about it. So if you're in that early and mid game play, you may actually be able to rank higher here with a good showing, because it's hard to know. A lot of people may have already wailed on that, particularly the whales and krakens, because they got them early on that team and then found out they didn't like them. But we do need them. Everybody needs them. And so she's not one that, so this will be a nice way to pick up some extra shards. Now, getting the rescue shards again. Anyway, for the power armors team, that's generally, they've really fallen off in general. You can use that with War Machine and Iron Man, who's one of your early unlocks as a legendary. He's the first retired legendary, that sort of thing. And she was supposed to already be in the Blitz store ahead of time, but they had an error with that. So this will kind of make up. So again, if you need some shards for her, this will be a good way to get it. And a lot of people who already needed these, particularly when the power armor team was more effective, have gotten those. So early and mid game players can really push here if you need it, because you may very well get more shards than you usually do when you're competing with everyone on a character that everybody wants. So be aware of that. Bonus and flash events. We've got 2 flash events heading your way to help inject more power into your roster. Block Party is back again on July 16th to help you earn tons of ability materials. You'll need your top city characters for this event, and to help you polish your downtown do-gooders, we'll have the Neighborhood Watch event leading up to Block Party, which rewards 2 times shards in campaign notes for city characters. Filter your roster by the city trait for all the eligible characters and their corresponding notes. Okay, this is a special event. Again, this is one of those monthly events. The problem with this one is it only happens every other month. So all the other events are monthly, and this one should be, but it's not. So again, don't want to miss it, because it comes around even less, half as often, essentially. And you can use city characters. Now, traditionally, when the Defenders were a bigger thing, and this is going back in the 2 years, those were all city characters. People had them. Those people are now dispersed amongst the Skilletary, amongst the Shadowland, and the Heroes for Hire. So you may still have reason to have them, or you may happen to have them in your roster. However, also the symbiote team is city, and they're very effective, and they are very effective at moving through this block party. They punch up a bit and do a little more than what the recommended levels are. So you'll find that. I know I found that for myself as well. Hello, Pokemon visitor. Come play Pokemon community game with us on Twitch, where we catch Pokemon and do other fun stuff. Anyway, so symbiotes will be an option. Doc Ock, again, you're familiar with this event if you already have Doc Ock, but Multiple Man is also a new addition to the city team that may prove interesting for this or helpful. So we'll see. So you may have enough. Look at your roster and see what you've got. Okay. Also heading back your way on the 16th is Back to Boot Camp, which rewards your skill military characters for clobbering enemies with training modules. Bolster your boot camp troops with the Double Time bonus event, which rewards double character shards for skill military characters. Filter your roster by the skill and military traits to see who's eligible and where to find their shards. So that's the Skilletary team, which does include like Yelena Belova, who will be getting through that blitz, and Punisher, who's used to be in the Defenders sort of, and is now on the Skilletary team. Things like that. So you'll want to work on those characters that you can get, and they may also, some of them like Punisher may help you with city tasks for the block party, things like that. So be looking at that. That's the first monthly event that comes in with the new ISO requirements. So you have to build those characters up with star level, but also gear them up and be able to put the appropriate levels of ISO on them. So that's the beginning of the ISO creep, as I'm going to call it. That happens now, where you have ISO and gear requirements in order to use people for that. So be aware of that. Don't miss out on the chances to, anytime we have these abilities to pull double shards, make sure you focus on the ones that you need and go ahead and spend a little extra time there just for that 24-hour period trying to pull those. Sometimes it's even worth spending some cores to refresh it so that you can pull it a second time in order to try to get more shards. As you're building your team and as you're closer to a particular milestone, it makes more and more sense for those things. But don't do it just indiscriminately. Pay attention and look at your roster. Do some planning in advance. So we have that. And that about wraps it up. Okay. So it was a shorter blog. I think there was some thought that we were going to get a roadmap blog. We did not. This is a far less whelming or far less overwhelming and a bit underwhelming because the Maria Hill kit had been leaked a little earlier in the week. But I wanted to give it to you in an official fashion here so we can look at that. That Secret Avenger team does look impressive and good. What are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments. Let me know also what you're going to do, which questions you have about some of the things we cover in these weekly news blogs, and other material you would like to see covered on the channel for Marvel Strike Force, as well as in the podcast. So check those out if you're in the podcast. The links for the YouTube is in the description, and also in our description for everyone, you will find the link to my Discord server where like-minded gamers hang out and share tips and join. We share news and help one another and try to find like alliance mates and things like that, as well as the link to my Twitch stream where I'm always streaming in the evenings and all throughout the weekend. So please drop in and come in and join us live so we can have a fun time. And if you're coming from the podcast or YouTube to the Twitch stream, please make sure you let me know in chat so I can give you a special shout out and welcome. Anyway, until next time, cock-a-doodle-doo.